So guys, today is gonna be another interesting video. So we have got Michael from Ukraine, and today we are going to discuss about Indian culture and Ukrainian culture. So Michael is very interested to know the Indian culture, how the marriage happened, and a lot of other things. And equally, I am also keen to know like how is the culture in Ukraine, and then we can compare like what are the differences, similarities, etc. So let us get started.
Yes.
What is the topic that
Hi.
we have started?
Yeah, I had a lot of friends and colleagues in the past from India. you
Yeah.
know. And of course, the Indian marriage, traditional marriage,
Yeah.
it's the topic that I think any Western
Yeah,
person would like to know a little bit more.
yeah. So I'll tell you. So in India, marriage happened traditionally. There is a lot of difference if you compare it with Western countries. Like in Western countries, girls and boy start moving together when they're 17, 18. They live together in the same house, in the same room, have sex, and that is totally fine in Western culture. Even if they are not married, they can stay together. But in India, it is considered like taboo. It is not allowed as such. You will find this kind of things in metro cities like Mumbai, Delhi, but not in like tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities. So most of the time what will happen is that parents will choose like the girl or the boy, and then boy will go to the girl's house, and then there will be a typical ceremony, and then they will see, like they will ask questions. So this has been happening, and right now also it is happening in 2022 as well. So they don't date each other before the marriage. So after the marriage they can do whatever they want, but before the marriage there are a lot of restrictions. And it is like not 100%. There are examples, like there are cases like people date. So it is not like 100%. We can apply this rule. Like in metro cities, we can like have the similar thing as in Western countries.
And it's in principle accepted by young generation in India. So it's still ongoing.
Yeah,
It's
it is
not-
ongoing. Yes.
Okay, so there's no like parents, kids kind of contradiction on the way the kids probably, because my understanding
Yeah.
that the Western culture has certain influence, all over the world,
Yeah.
and Ukrainians is a good example because my parents, they of course it was not traditional marriage in Indian way, but they couldn't live together before they got married.
Yeah.
But they were dating each other, so they were kind of dating and spending time together, going to the cinemas, there were no cafes and restaurants, in
No.
the broad
So
understanding.
how about young generation? Like how is the?
No, young generation is very liberal,
Okay.
very liberal. I wouldn't
Just
say
like US, UK, Australia, similar way, right?
similar, absolutely similar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, and from a cultural perspective, especially between men and women, intergender, it's kind of very acceptable.
And how is like joint family or independent? Like in India, we see like people living with their parents even if they're married. So there is a concept called a joint family. Like all the brothers and the parents will live together. So it is slowly diminishing. Slowly coming down, but still people are like in villages especially. They will live like in
Under one roof.
yeah, in one roof.
I would say in Ukraine, it's driven primarily by wealth of the family.
Okay.
If family can afford
So
that
they can
kind of
stay.
new family
Mm.
live separately,
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine and it's acceptable. But sometimes, of course, young family, they don't have enough money to
Ah.
rent, to buy,
Yeah.
That's why being with either
The
wife's
parents.
parent or husband's parents, it's very common. Depends on how many rooms they have available, etc. So
Yeah.
it's still available, kind of as an option for young family.
Okay. So anything else?
Yeah, of course.
About-
Yes. So my my next question, because I've been living in Sydney for some time,
Okay.
and I know in Sydney Parramatta is very kind of Indian
Yeah, there is a lot of
Indian area, you know.
Yeah.
And my question is why still, you know, lots of Indians are coming to Australia, you know, they accept this kind of challenge being immigrants in a Western country, you know, but still they try not to 100% assimilate. I'm not talking about the tax perspective, you know, so Indians, they're very kind of committed to pay taxes, live, you know, how to say, friendly with their neighbors, you know. I've never heard any issues, you know, with Indian community in terms of crimes, etc., etc. At the same time, you know, they are not kind of trying to live among the Australians or among the Irish or UK, you know.
Yeah.
So why is it so? Yeah.
So basically, the thing is that I will talk about myself. So, and it can apply to general public as well, maybe. So, the reason why I don't like parties, or I don't want to go to the parties, because of mainly the food and the kind of parties they arrange. I don't like it because most of the times there will be a beer, okay? A lot of people will not have the beer. Next thing is that the food that they have in the parties, there will be beef and a lot of other items, you know. That is the one of the main reason like people don't feel going there. The food is different totally in Australian parties, so they don't mix and they don't like to go to the parties, especially because of this. They can have a chat, but food is important, right? Because there is a bacon and there is a non-veg food, chicken. A lot of people are vegetarian in India, so you see like religious perspective comes here, and that is where I think that is major thing why people are not mixing that much with other
cultures.
Yeah.
You know. Okay.
Yeah, that is one thing. Apart from that, I think they are happy to chit chat, but yeah, making friendship and mixing a lot. I think basically I will say it is a lot of cultural difference in terms of food, and there are a lot of religious things that are there.
I can confirm because I offered SAG.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 5 times already, different food that I was buying. I said, no, Gene, I don't need this, and I don't need this, you know.
Yeah, there are a lot of things, like in India itself, not just non-veg, there are some people from some caste or society, they don't like it garlic, they don't like it onion, there are a lot of small things, and that makes it very different. And also, like, if you talk about Muslim, they don't drink alcohol, I think.
Of course.
That is also another thing, Yeah, different castes, different religions, and you know, like in India, there are a lot of castes, hundreds of castes and hundreds. So that's why each caste may have different rules. That's why they have to follow them. Yeah.
But if you ask me, Michael, okay, what is your kind of attitude? I mean, in my situation, in my kind of case, we assimilated completely. You know, so we decided with my wife that we are going to live among the Australians, you know. We stopped buying any food that was even, you know, close to Ukrainian, you know.
If you talk about Indian culture and if you talk about like Ukrainian population in Australia, there is less, right? It is
of
less
course,
as compared to India. So India has got like a lot of people here living in.
Of course. China and India.
China
last
and
years that was the prime kind of supply, let's say, you know, of people to Australia.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in their community itself, so they may think like, okay, we are happy, they can have parties together. So they don't want to, or they don't have to mix with other people. Maybe that's the another reason. Already there is a community is very big. You understand, right?
Okay, so pretty much you answered my third question. You know, why is Indians are so monocultural, even they are living among other.
Yeah, already community is very big, and they have a lot of festivals. You know, like in Brisbane or anywhere in the across the world, in every city there will be communities, Indian communities, and then they will celebrate all their festivals, Holi, Diwali, and there are a lot.
I've never been a part of it. Even I've been living in Sydney for a long time. I know that I was, especially in the CBD. You know, there was. I don't know, Croatian night or Thai night, you know. I mean, they were celebrating certain certain, I don't know,
Yeah.
you know, national kind of events or something, and sharing the food and. Okay.
What else?
Okay.
you want to
What
know?
else I wanted to know? I would say my next question is about Western culture. How do you accept it? Like movies, music,
Okay.
I don't know, jokes. You know,
Yeah.
how do you like?
Yeah, we
Western
like to
music?
watch. Yeah, we like watching movies, Western, like whatever, you know, Hollywood movies, and yeah, we pretty much like it. The only thing is that it's a bit difficult to understand the like pronunciation when they are talking in the movie. That is there, but apart from that, everyone likes to watch movies and listen to the songs. Michael Jackson and a lot of other celebrities are there, so they follow. Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people from India, like they like football. In Europe, it is very popular.
You mean soccer?
Yeah, soccer.
Soccer,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they like to watch, and they are big followers there. Even though India is like 100 billion people, there is no soccer team.
Soccer team.
That is kind of shame, but yeah,
You
I
have,
don't
you have
understand.
probably you have so many hidden talents. You know.
I don't understand. Like it is so many people, and they can't make one soccer team. It is ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
Yeah. I don't
just-
know.
Yeah, if you talk about the sport in India, there is a cricket.
Cricket.
Everyone likes
knows.
to
Yeah.
play cricket, watch cricket, and they are like. I will
And
say-
then cricket is also kind of, you know, English kind of influence, you know, and soccer is a big culture in England, you know, and
yeah,
somehow it didn't happen. To be
that is,
popular
I
in
don't
India.
understand like why that didn't happen. Maybe. Yeah, maybe in football you have to like run a lot. In cricket we don't have to run that much. Maybe that is the reason. But it is like I don't know why there is no followers. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you can talk about sports in your country.
In Ukrainians, of course, soccer is number one.
Ukraine has a national team.
Absolutely,
plays in
national
the-
team and Kiev City Club, Dynamo Kiev, was
Okay.
kind of couple of times was the winner of European club championships.
How is the team like? They will go to the top 3, top 4, or they will like stay like in the rank wise like.
I mean, it depends, of course. The big influence is money because all the kind of acquisitions that owners make, you know.
No, in Olympics you have a national team, right?
And national team as well, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So apart from soccer, what else?
Apart from soccer,
Top 3 sports, I mean.
top three sports. What else? Probably ice hockey is
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
It was popular because of
It snows there, right?
yes, of
Snowfall
course,
happens
absolutely, yeah.
Like,
It
how is
snows.
the weather like? I would like to know about weather.
I mean, when I was a child, winters were pretty cold. Like it was pretty.
Like what is the
often-
months during which there
I
is-
mean, winter. The coldest months is January and February.
Okay.
They are the coldest months,
Okay.
and the temperature can be like overnight -20,
Oh.
sometimes -25. The year I left
Okay.
Ukraine to Australia, the temperature was that winter -25 for 2 weeks overnight. I couldn't drive my car because it was just, you know,
Okay.
very cold. But summer is very continental climate, so summer is very short but very hot.
Which months?
I would say starting from June, July, August,
Okay.
they are the hottest ones.
And what kind of crops? I heard that sunflower oil is produced.
Yes, you know, Ukraine is the world leader
In
in sunflower seeds, and then it depends on the particular
What other crops they make?
in tons in million tons or what other crops?
Yeah, what other crops?
Of course, wheat, yeah,
Okay.
corn. So that's why whatever conflict now happens between you know in Ukraine
Because of
Russia.
these prices of the oil, the edible oil, is like got it.
Sunflower oil,
Yeah.
goes up. You know, corn and wheat. These are the main cultures. Of course, Ukrainians also they plant veggies like tomatoes and.
It will be difficult, right? In cold weather. Weather is.
No, still tomatoes because southern part of Ukraine, it's the summertime is
Ah,
longer. Summer is longer, so that's why we have like watermelon, melon, um, you know, garlic is and onion is all over the place. Beetroot, of course. So it's primarily root vegetables, of course, because the summer is very short. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the educational system maybe
Mm.
in brief. Like because there are a lot of students studying the medicine, medical studies. So the reason why they are moving there from India to Ukraine is because the cost to do this MBBS
Masters.
studies, medicine studies, it is cost is very high. You know, it's very high and it's cheaper in Ukraine. So I would like to know like how much it will cost if you want to become a doctor or engineer maybe like a graduation.
Of course, it's cheaper than in Europe. Yes. I can't tell you, in particular, the medical schools in Ukraine. I because I'm not from that space. I'm from engineering.
What do you have the engineering?
Yeah, engineering. I would say if you are on a kind of because you still have in Ukraine when the government is paying for the student, like kind of scholarships for talented and with high score for
Like
school
what
exams.
is the general opinion of people? Like is it affordable education wise? Or people
I mean,
struggle to take
it's pretty much standard. If you are living in a big city like Kiev or Kharkiv and you are a teenager, nothing should stop you from going to the uni. So it's like a family target.
But fees wise, like is it affordable?
Fees wise, that's a question because even if a family is not very wealthy, everyone puts all the effort to let the kid get the tertiary degree. I would say from my relatives, the fee is approximately, it varies, but it starts from $1,000 a year and up. Depends if it's like a legal school, it can be higher. Yeah.
Okay.
Engineering and some
like in
some
Australia,
basic.
if you compare, if you want to do like engineering degree, it's like do you know the cost?
Because it depends. If you are a citizen, then you have better kind of not better. It's
You also
almost
get
free.
the loans from the government.
You
like
can,
0%.
yeah. But if you are a foreigner, you pay a lot. I mean, I know that like UNSW is from $30,000 to
like,
$40,000 a year.
$40,000 a year.
UNSW, yes.
Yeah. So
For-
if you
for
compare
foreigners.
$40,000 with Ukraine educational institutions, how it will be like? Here it is 40,000. How much it will be there, approximately?
It will be 20 times less expensive, at least.
20 times.
20 times, yes. So as I said, it starts from 1,000 a year, maybe to up to 5,000.
Now I know why people are going there for the studies.
Yeah, of course it's cheaper. It's cheaper.
How is like job market for the IT or the medical students especially? Can they migrate from Ukraine to other European countries or do you come under Schengen visa?
No, Ukraine is not part of EU, so you have to apply. But Ukrainians, for tourist reasons, you can stay in EU up to 90 days without applying for visa. So like.
And how about jobs? Like if you want to take a job in Germany, suppose. So is it easy or you have to?
I mean, if you are an IT person, because Ukraine is in top 5 IT outsourcing countries in the world now.
Is there a special provision for Ukrainians?
No. Everyone, even one of my relatives, he got a job in Germany. So Germany paid for his relocation, whatever was required to get a work permit.
In European countries, there is a special kind of scheme, right? Like if you are in Germany, you can go to France easily because the same visa applies. but Ukraine is not part of that European
No, no,
Union.
but if you have a work permit for in Germany, you can travel
Yeah.
in EU without any extra visas required.
Ah.
So you're pretty much.
But
Like-
do you think is it easy like someone coming from India to Germany and someone coming from Ukraine to Germany? Is it like same thing or Ukrainians are preferred?
No, I don't think it's a particular preference. It's all
Okay.
about meritocracy. If
Okay.
your skills are unique or you are very good, and so any employer will have this kind of, hassle to apply on your behalf and get your work permit, etc., etc. So.
Cool. Anything else?
Oh, that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Talking about the job market in India, most of the companies like IT industry is very big in India.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
And
In Ukraine, same. IT business in Ukraine is one of the core businesses
okay.
with agri and metallurgical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apart from that, in India, as you know, like there are a lot of religions and like it's a diverse culture. You see.
In Ukraine, we have two. In Ukraine, we have two religions. Or most of Ukrainians are Orthodox,
Okay.
and those ones who live on the west, there are many Catholics living there. So they are primarily two kind of major religions.
Yeah, in India we have got Hindu, like all the religion, Muslim and whatever you name, it is there, Christian. And
I mean, Ukrainians are very religious. I mean, at least according to exit polls, when there is some questions that, in order to understand what is the population and the tolerance of it towards the religion. I don't remember last figure, but I think 85% Ukrainians said that they are religious, pretty similar to Polish people, because Poland is a very religious country too, but they are primarily Catholics.
Okay. Cool. I think that's it for today.
Thank you
If
so
you
much.
if you want us to cover like any other topic, you can let me know through the comments, and we will hopefully try to make the video on those questions or the topics. Yeah.
By the way, we have a very interesting topic about the
Um,
investment and trading.
okay. Maybe
Next time, yeah.
next time we will make a video on that one. I'll see you in next video. Till then, enjoy. Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you.